All right, all right. Fight Night Dolidze versus Hernandez. Predictions, breakdowns. All I gotta say is thank God, we're getting back to more stacked cards next week. Um, last week with a bunch of no name guys on the Apex, like I get a lot of these guys turn out to be really good, but like, oh my God, I'm so happy that next week is Chimaev, Duplessis. Rest of the year is looking pretty good, so let's get through this one. Okay, what is going on here? Uh, there we go. All right. First up, Cody Brundage, Eric Makino. I'm gonna go with Cody Brundage. I haven't seen a lot of Eric McConico. I haven't seen a lot of Eric McConico. To be honest, he looks like a Timu version of Khalil Roundtree. Not too familiar with him. I'm not going to waste a whole lot of time on some of these. Cody Brundage, more experienced. Dude, for what? I know a lot of people make fun of Cody, but he's not bad. I mean, I wouldn't say he's good, but he's UFC level. He's all right. I definitely think he's going to have a wrestling advantage. I think he's got power in the hands. I just see him having the advantage anywhere this fight goes. We'll go Cody Brundage, second round knockout. All right, Gabriela Fernandez, Julija Stoliarenko. Julia. I'm not even gonna fucking try to pronounce that last name again. She's just not very good, dude. Gabriela Fernandez. Hold on, I know I've seen her fight. It's just another case, and that's been the case the last 2 weeks. I haven't missed a fight night in like over a year. I'm sure I've seen all these people fight, except for the people making their debut, but I just can't remember. That's right, Gabriela Fernandez. I believe, yeah, she submitted Wang Kong. Wang Kong is a beast, dude. Up and coming prospect from China. You know, she's the woman that brings that entertainment. She always shows up with like the Joker paint on. Um, so yeah, that's a solid win. Solid win over solid prospect. Carly Judice, we've been seeing what Carly Judice. Fuck, I can't talk. We've seen what Carly Judice has been able to do in the UFC. She's knocking people out with head kicks left and right. Split decision, but you know what? That's still a good win. She did lose her debut. Honestly, I can't remember this fight, but she's coming off 2 solid wins, man. Like, she's good everywhere, good jiu-jitsu, good on the feet. I just don't think there's anything Julia Stoliarenko can offer her in the realm of danger. So we're gonna go Gabrielle Fernandez. Let's go submission round 3. Why not? All right, Uros Medic versus Gilbert Urbina. I'm gonna go Euros Medic. I'm gonna go Euros Medic. Think he's more well-rounded. Gilbert Urbina, 7-4. That's all I'm gonna say about this one. Let's just go Euros Medic. Euros Medic, better record. Seems to be more well-rounded. Boom. Euros Medic. How about decision? Yeah, decision. Jocelyn Edwards versus Priscilla Cachoeira. I don't understand why they keep giving Priscilla like ranked fights or like up and coming prospect fights. Like, dude, she's terrible. Like, she was the woman who like got absolutely brutalized by Valentina Shevchenko, I believe. The one that was all controversial where Yamasaki was like, I was giving her a chance to be a warrior. That's Priscilla. Like, she's been getting beat up for so long now. And they just keep giving her these killers. Like, Jocelyn Edwards, you know, she's a killer, dude. Like, she's coming off a knockout in her last fight. I don't think she's lost in the UFC. I don't believe she's lost. 15-6 is a deceiving record for her. Like, she's big, she's strong, she hits hard, good counter grappling, good grappling. She's well-rounded everywhere. I just think Priscilla's a punching bag at this point. I don't even know why, because I know Priscilla was a flyweight, and she was getting demolished at flyweight, and it's like now she's moving up to bantamweight where they hit harder, they're stronger, and you're gonna get even more brutalized. So I like Jocelyn Edwards. I'm gonna say knockout. We'll probably go round 2. Yeah, I'll count on her to find the chin, make it 2 knockouts in a row, round 2. Elijah Smith versus Toshiomi Kazama. Man, this is one of those ones. I'm gonna go Elijah Smith. Hold on, I gotta look because this is one of those dudes that like pretty sure I've seen before. Elijah Smith, 8-1. Who was his last fight? Morales. Okay, won by decision. Okay, easy enough. Why don't we go? What about? I gotta look into Toshiomi. God, this is the problem with these cards, dude. I know I've seen these guys fight, but I just can't fucking remember. I can't remember. I gotta get a memory jogger here for these guys. Grigoro submission. You know what? I'm gonna go Elijah Smith. By decision. Yeah, by decision. All right, Julius Walker versus Rafael Cerquera. Look, Rafael Cerquera, he's tough. You know, he's strong. He's athletic. Julius Walker, though, like, he's only had one fight in the UFC. I think it was short notice against, oh my God, I know. Alonzo Menifield. There we go. Alonzo Menifield, very close fight. Lost a split decision. I mean, he just wasn't as busy as he should have been in, like, the third round. I think it was 1-1 going into the third. And Menifield just outpointed him a bit, man. Like, Julius Walker's solid, dude. Solid. For a short notice fight to go in there and have a super competitive close fight with Alonzo Menifield, a ranked contender in the UFC, that's pretty solid. So I like Julius Walker. I'm gonna pick him by decision. I just don't see the finishing potential with him, but I do think he can go out there and just kind of out technical Rafael Cerquera, right? He is more grappling prone, but I just don't see a lot of submissions, like submission ability from Julius Walker. I could be wrong in this fight. Maybe I'm kind of picking the safe route. I do know he's gonna win. I don't see it being by knockout. I don't see him as having a lot of pop or power, you know, in those hands. He's got good grappling. I haven't seen a submission threat yet, so I'm just gonna be safe. Julius Walker by decision. All right, main card: Eric Anders, Christian Leroy Duncan. I'm gonna go Christian Leroy Duncan. Eric Anders, I think his best days are behind him. Like, he's good, dude. He's not bad. Like, he's had some good victories in the UFC, but I mean, dude, like the last couple, Chris Weidman and oh my God, I can't remember the guy before that, but I mean, dude, you're fighting old, washed up guys. Like Chris Weidman is horribly washed up, dude. Horribly washed up. That guy barely has a kneecap or a leg left. I'm not trying to be insensitive here, but it's the truth. Like, you look at like Chris Weidman when he fought Brad Tavares, dude, he had no leg. He had no like couple leg kicks, and that leg that he completely shattered was just done again. So I don't really rate those wins from Eric Anders. Christian Leroy Duncan, is coming off the win over that Russian dude. Oh my God, Pulayev, I think Andrei Pulayev, who just got a win last week. Yeah, he's good, man. He's good. He's well rounded. He's good on the feet. Sometimes he's a little bit slower pace than I would like. He likes to sit there, kind of outpoint people, Carlos Ulberg style. He does tend to pick it up as the fight goes on. Dude, I don't think he's going to KO Eric Anders, though, man. Eric Anders is tough. Like, I go back to that Eric Anders and Khalil Roundtree fight like 4 or 5 years ago, and Khalil was lighting him up left and right. That was when Khalil came back, a new guy. He was reborn. He had that Muay Thai stance. Dude, he hit Eric Anders with so many bombs, and Eric Anders made it to decision somehow. So I don't see Christian Leroy Duncan putting him away, so we'll go decision. Oh my goodness. What the heck is going on here? Okay. My apologies, guys. Let's refresh. What the fuck? Okay, well, all right. So over here in the left, these big faces for some reason. We got Miles Johns. We got Gene Matsumoto. I'm gonna go Gene Matsumoto. Dude, Gene Matsumoto, like, he had a lot of hype coming into the UFC. Fuck, who did he beat? I'm trying to think. He beat that guy, that Irish dude, Brad Katona. Brad Katona. He had a back and forth close fight with Brad Katona. And I honestly thought when they matched him up with Rob Font right after that, I was like, dude, this is way too soon. He's gonna get smoked by Rob Font. Dude, super close fight with Rob Font. That was one of those like the Julius Walker Alonzo Minifield fight where Rob Font was just a bit busier in that third round and he barely edged Gene Matsumoto out. Like, good, well-rounded guy, solid grappling, solid on the feet. Like, I mean, you're going toe to toe with Rob Font. I know Rob Font's not tip of the top of the division, but being able to, I mean, we saw Rob Font like dismantle Kyler Phillips, another ranked contender. We've seen what Rob Font's done throughout his career. He still got it, dude. And to barely lose, he arguably could have won that fight to Rob Font. That's pretty good, right? Miles Johns, I just don't think he's going to have anything for this guy. I think this guy can win it wherever he wants, on the feet, in the grappling. I don't think Gene Matsumoto is much of a finisher, dude. Like, I've watched his couple fights he's had in the UFC now. Very technical, really good grappling. Really good grappling. So I'm going to say decision. There's a lot of decisions on this card, and I just honestly see a lot of these fights going to decision, right? Like, I just don't see Miles Johns, being in danger of being finished. I think Gene Matsumoto is just going to outskill him for 15 minutes. All right, back to normal here. Andre Fili, Christian Rodriguez. Dude, this is a hard one. This is a hard one because, like, Christian Rodriguez is the ultimate fraud checker, right? The Raul Rosas Jr. fight. You had Austin Bashi, however you want to say it. Like, he's a fraud checking machine. He's good everywhere. Solid grappling, good on the feet. But so is Andre Fili, dude. And Andre Fili is that guy who can. He's extremely good at just picking up those sneaky wins, dude. Both of these guys, I believe, are coming off a loss to Melquizel Costa. Christian Rodriguez, by decision, he kind of just got outskilled and frankly looked like shit in that fight. Andre Fili took him down and got immediately guillotined in the first round. Like, it honestly seemed like a fluke. I don't know what he was thinking. Typically, he's got better submission defense. God, it's like I see this fight going one of two ways. I see, like, Christian Rodriguez just kind of edging it out. I do think it's going to be a close fight. I think it's going to be back and forth. I could see Christian Rodriguez edging the fight with his grappling, maintaining top position for enough time to, eke out a decision over Andre Fili. But I can also see Andre Fili scrambling back up. He's tall, he's rangy, he's good on the feet. He's decent takedown defense, good at scrambling. Close fight with Nathaniel Wood. This is a tough one, man. This is a tough one. There's no odds on this one. Okay. Oh, my God. This is a hard one. You know what? I'm going to go... See, Christian Rodriguez is good when you're just trying to grapple him. He's very good defensive grappling. But Andre, like, is good on the feet as well. Tall, rangy guy. Fuck. Oh, man, I don't know. Andre Fili is so hit or miss, dude. That's why it's like you never know which Andre Fili's going to show up. The one that's just using the range, chopping kicks, defending takedowns, scrambling back up to the feet when he does get taken down. But you also don't know what Christian Rodriguez is going to show up. The one who fought Melquizel Costa, which Melquizel Costa, to be fair, he's on a tear right now. Dude, I'm gonna go Christian Rodriguez. I'm gonna go Christian Rodriguez. I think he gets a bounce back win here. I hope I'm right, but dude, this fight's a fucking coin flip. Let's be honest. Like, I'm counting on Andre Fili to just kind of show up a little bit off the game, maybe. Christian Rodriguez able to successfully get takedowns, maintain top position, do some damage on the ground, edge out a decision. Christian Rodriguez decision. Yasmin Lucindo versus Angela Hill. Again, I know I've seen Yasmin Lucindo. I know I can put, like, I'm familiar. But again, like, what has her last fights been? She lost to Amanda Lemos, lost to Rodriguez by split decision. Dude, I think I'm going to go Yasmin Lucindo here because, like, Angela Hill, don't get me wrong, very technical, well-rounded, but dude, she just poses no threat. She hardly ever, like, I think I've seen Angela Hill get a finish, like, one time. I think it was last year. I can't remember who she fought. She looked really nasty on the ground, was landing elbows, was, like, really pushing to finish the fight. Every other fight with Angela, it's little fucking pitter-patter shots. She hits like a fly swatter, dude. It's little pitter-patter kicks, pitter-patter shots. Her just bouncing around the cage, you know. Dude, she does virtually no damage in any of her fights. And I'm not trying to hate. She's very skilled. Incredible shape for her age. I don't know how old she is. She's got to be almost 40 at this point. Incredible shape. Okay UFC career. But it's like, Lucindo has a little bit more power, dude. And she's more aggressive. And it's like, I can't keep trusting Angela Hill to just outskill people for 15 to 25 minutes because, you know, she just cannot finish a fight. I've seen her finish one fight, dude, in like the last 5 or so years. One fight. Like, she just has no pop on her shots, dude. Like, there's no pop. And I just can't keep trusting Angela Hill to outskill people without it backfiring at some point. You know? God, I can't believe... I don't know what kind of... Let me look up Angela Hill real quick. Or not. Or not. Website having issues tonight. Okay. Steve Erceg versus Odie Osborne. Oh, yeah, by the way. Yasmin Lucindo. I'm going to say decision, dude. I just think she's going to do more damage, dude. Like, Angela doesn't do any damage. She literally just outpoints and outskills people, dude. So, Yasmin Lucindo. Decision. Co-main, Steve Erceg, Odie Osborne. Obviously, I'm going to go Steve Erceg. Odie, dude, I know he's coming off a knockout win. I don't really care. I know he lost a close fight to... I can't remember. That dude in the Apex. That Mexican dude. He lost a close fight to him. Split decision. Steve Erceg would smoke that guy, right? Steve Erceg, he's competed at the top of this division. He's got that experience. He's been in there with Moreno. It was actually pretty close the first few couple rounds, and then he kind of just let Moreno dictate pace and stayed on the back foot. And I don't like that Steve Erceg is kind of been reduced to more of like a counter striker. He's not as aggressive as he used to be. Like, he used to not give a fuck, dude. That's why he had such a close fight with Pantoja, because he would walk people down. He hit hard. He was aggressive, and he did not give a fuck. Kind of like Jack Della Maddalena, right? Since then, since he lost to Pantoja, he got knocked out by Kai Kara France. He was a lot more tentative in that Moreno fight, which I don't like, but he's fine here. I don't think Odie is going to present a challenge to him. I don't think there's going to be a danger. I think he's technical enough on the feet. I see him probably finishing Odie in probably round 3. I think he's going to take his time in rounds 1. Round 2, he's going to start figuring out the range, figuring Odie out. And then in round 3, he's going to catch him. So we'll go Steve Erceg, TKO round 3. Again, this is just one of those fights that's like, why, dude? Why? Like, there's no other person. Like, Erceg he's gone from Pantoja, Kai Kara France, Brandon Moreno, Odie Osborne. Like, really, UFC, there was not anybody else in the top 15 to match up with Steve Erceg. I know this is short notice. I believe it was Young Sung Park that was supposed to fight him. Again, that would have not made sense to me. Like, dude, like this is the problem on these last couple cards, is like there's mismatches. Like, this is too easy to predict, right? I know Odie can catch him. I know he has that potential. But dude, this is just too far of a step up. Odie hasn't shown that ability to be like a contender in this division. At least not as of yet. Steve Erceg, round 3, KO. And like, come on, man. Let's I get you want to give these guys a chance to jump up the rankings, but like, come on, man. Like, we saw what happened with Tyra and Youngsung Park. Rankings are for a reason, dude. I would understand if a guy is showing crazy promise, crazy ability. I mean, these guys haven't really shown that to be competing with guys like Steve Erceg, guys like Tatsuro Taira, right? Steve Erceg, round 3, TKO. Main event, Roman Dolidze, Anthony Hernandez. I'm going to go with Anthony Hernandez. Look, this fight is going to be a war. I do think it's going to be a tough fight for both men. It's going to be a grueling fucking fight. It is. I think, I know Roman is dangerous on the ground. He's dangerous in the scrambles. We saw what he's done to like Phil Hawes, Jack Hermanson, catching them in calf slicers, tearing their fucking leg off the bone. He can be nasty on the ground. Problem is, like, dude, that's years ago. Like, I haven't seen that from Roman in a while, right? I haven't seen that. Marvin Vettori was able to beat him in the first fight. I mean, let's be honest. Roman couldn't even finish Anthony Smith. I just don't think he finishes fights anymore. He doesn't have that same killer instinct that he used to have. Something has changed. Like, if this was like 2-3 years ago, I might pick Dolidze because he was a fucking killer back then, dude. He was like ripping Jack Hermanson's leg off, man. He was destroying guys left and right with submissions. I do think he has a striking advantage over Anthony, but Anthony's going to do what Fluffy Hernandez does. He's going to go in there. He's going to get takedowns. Look, I don't see the finishing potential for Dolidze anymore. I don't think he has that same mentality to just aggressively roll for legs and calf slicers and things like that. Even if he did, I still think Anthony Hernandez, he's too defensively responsible, dude. Like, Brendan Allen is nasty on the ground, and he was able to maintain position. Yeah, he got swept a couple times. He was fine. He scrambled back, got top position again, right? You can't expect me to think Roman Dolidze is going to out-grapple Anthony Hernandez when Anthony Hernandez spent 25 minutes out-grappling Brendan Allen. He's defensively responsible with his takedowns. He's got great jiu-jitsu as well, especially on the top game. I think he's going to go in there. He's going to do his thing. I do think he might get caught a few times on the feet, maybe even wobbled. I don't know. No, probably not. Actually, probably not. But I do think Dolidze will put up a fight on quite a few of those takedowns. But I think Anthony will shoot 30 fucking takedowns to get one, right? And maintain position because he's so good from the top position. So I think he goes in here. He does his thing. A lot of his takedowns get stuff. He keeps shooting him. He keeps grinding on him. Wears him, maybe not wears him down, but he's going to do what he needs to do. He's going to have defense. He's going to be defensively responsible on the ground when he does get it there with Roman Dolidze. He's going to edge him by decision, man. It's going to be typical Fluffy Hernandez. It's going to be in typical Fluffy Hernandez fashion, right? He's going to go in there. He's going to do his thing. So, quicker predictions video. Dude, a lot of these fights, it's not worth going into the weeds for. The last few, yes, of course, I'll do that. But thank God, last week of the Apex, big fights on the horizon. Yeah, that's it. Until next time, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching the video. See ya.